Hi there, and welcome to Still Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Fortune Fowle, and if you're new here, welcome to a space that's all about progression, not perfection, the fact that we are becoming people, which means we have not arrived at who we're meant to be yet, but we are just getting to our destination. And so I invite you into this space, and happy Still Learning Monday. Happy Monday, guys, and happy Valentine's Day. I believe that when this episode airs, either Valentine's Day just passed or will be passing, and so happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys. I hope that it was really a wonderful day, whether you spent it with a significant other, your loved ones, whatever you did, or if you just did nothing, or if you just sat in bed watching your favorite rom-coms. All of that deserve to be honored and are welcomed here and Still Learning, okay? It is a safe space here. So happy Valentine's Day, happy Love Day. I hope that you were just reminded that love is everywhere and you are so loved, whether you have a significant other or not. It's so important to recognize and realize there is love all around you, all the time, every single day, every single moment, every single second. And it's something that we should not be taking for granted. I know that Valentine's Day and just this month overall, it is so commercialized, romantic love, and have a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife, whatever the case may be. And don't get me wrong, romantic love is amazing. It's beautiful. And I definitely think it's something that's meant to be cherished and celebrated. But love is constantly all around us, and I think that we should kind of expand our horizons on how we celebrate Valentine's Day to be something that is just all about remembering that love is here, love is real, love is in action, love is in thoughts, and we are constantly experiencing it. And love is such a powerful gift that we get to experience in this life and something that should be cherished, all kinds of love, not just one type of love. And so I think that's just something that we should just continuously seek to recognize in our lives, because I think it can be really easy to forget that you have love and that you are loved. And I know for me, for a really long time in my life, I thought that love, like I don't even think I truly internalized that I was loved and how much love I had in my life, because I constantly connected the idea and concept of love to what you would see on TV, to romance, to husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like I constantly attributed those things to love, and like that is what love is. But no, that isn't what love is at all. And when I feel like I finally decided to define love and what that is in my life, I think that's what really helped me be able to grasp onto the fact that I have so much love around me. How I define love is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4-7, which is that love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not boast, love is not proud, love does not dishonor others, love is not self-seeking, love is not easily angered, love keeps no record of wrongdoing, love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always loves. And so I genuinely think that in me defining what love is, and honestly allowing God to define that for me, has completely changed my perspective on love, and it's caused me to stop saying things like I'm a hopeless romantic to I'm a hopeful romantic. And actually shout out to one of my friends who helped me make that distinction and understand that I am just full of so much hope when it comes to love, because love is such a hopeful thing, and it's something that is a part of our day-to-day life, and it's not just in one kind of relationship, but it's in all our relationships, and it should be something that we walk out and live out in our lives. And it's such a beautiful thing. And so when I really became to define love, I think that's when I started to be able to really show love in a better and more revitalized way in my life, but also receive it in a new way, because I was able to receive the love that was around me instead of waiting for the love that has yet to find me, because love has already found me. It's been at my door. I'm loved by my Heavenly Father, who every single day when I wake up and I have breath within my lungs, it's a reminder of his love for me. I am reminded that I'm loved by my family. When my mom prays for me, when my mom calls me every single day, when my mom literally tells me, I just listened to another one of your episodes. It was so good. I'm so proud of you. I shared it on WhatsApp. I shared it on Facebook. And it's just the sweetest, cutest human being ever. Shout out to my mom. And I know she's probably watching this. So hi, mommy. I love you. Thank you so much for all your support. But that is her loving me and how she shows up for me. It's not just my mom saying I love you, but the acts and the sacrifice and the provision she has made for me and my siblings. I grew up in a household where we did not say I love you. And I think a lot of people can relate to this if you grew up in an immigrant household as myself, or if you come from an African household in general. Like, the word I love you is typically not proclaimed, it's not really said. I definitely think that me and my family have gotten better at saying that to each other as we've gotten older, but there was never once in my life where my parents did not show love to me and my siblings. It was the way they provided for us, cared for us, the way that they made a way for us when there wasn't any way, the way that they sheltered us. And I know, like, people are like, well, it goes beyond that, like sheltering and providing food for the table, like that's the bare minimum for parents. But it was my parents' presence. It was my mom showing up to every single play that I did, every single recital that I did, every single talent show that I did. It was my dad encouraging me in school and encouraging and uplifting my independence. It was my father even apologizing to me one time when I was younger, and I was just like, what? Like, that doesn't, you're saying sorry to me? What? Like, and those are the ways that my parents showed so much love. And even how me and my siblings are. Me and my siblings, we have such a strong, tight-knit bond, which isn't the normal for siblings who have such a large age gap between one another. More so me, my older sisters, they're only 3 years apart, so their age gap isn't that big, but between me and my sister it is a lot larger. But I'm really close with them. They generally are my best friends, and the way that they show up for me, support me even in my podcasts, and just how they listen to my creativity and they gift me things that are genuinely like, oh my gosh, like, you support my dreams and my goals, and how much they pour into me. And the advice and the way they show up for me is immeasurable, and I am incredibly grateful to have them as sisters and to have people who I can look up to, but people who constantly inspire me to be a better version of myself each and every single day. And those are the ways that they love me. My family truly is patient with me, because I may not always be the easiest person to be patient with, because I can be really hyper independent. I can be very much someone who, like, just does things and just, like, does it without telling not without telling anyone, but without consulting anyone. Like, once I kind of have my mindset on something, it's set on something. And though I can be flexible, if I'm very, like, determined about something, it's very hard to deter me. And so they have a lot of patience with me, especially growing up, because growing up I used to be very rambunctious. I used to get in a lot of accidents and I just, not a troublemaker, but the world was genuinely my playground. And I am so grateful for how my family was just so patient with me. Their endless kindness towards me and my career, my life. I think my family, my mother, my father, my sisters, they constantly set me up to be a successful individual in every area and facet of my life. And they constantly just push me to be my best. And I I am just grateful, and those are the ways that I'm so loved. And I can't believe there are so many years in my life where I did not recognize that love that I had, and just how they believe in me. I think it's so underrated, people just having faith in you and just having belief in your passions and that you're going to be amazing. Like, I recently had one of my dear friends send me a TikTok just basically saying how, like, she really believes in me and believes in my craft and what I do and my passions, and that I will be everything that I set out to be, everything that God has called me to be. And it is just so empowering to be poured into that way. And in that moment, just her sending that TikTok saying that is her saying, I love you. That is, I love you. I know in America we say I love you a lot, or I love this, I love that. And in other countries and languages, there actually is different words for love. So, like, love for family, that's what you would say. I love you for a significant other's what you say. So there's different words or phrases that you would say in relation to that love. But in America, we don't got that. We just have love. And I think it can be so easy to be like, I love you, I love this, I love that. But I think I'm really grateful that in my life, that word isn't so carelessly thrown around, but that word is so embodied through actions in the people in my life. Like, though as much as I appreciate the words, I love you and I care about you, it means so much more to me when it's shown in the actions. I had one of my best friends actually just recently, and I didn't ask for this, but she got me this pin because, as you guys know, I'm a nurse. I think I talk about it like every episode at this point. But on our badges, we can put little pins, and she got me a pin that talks about like how it's like it's a beautiful pin, by the way, and it's like Christ-like, and it's about how like my career is rooted in God, and just like it was just so thoughtful and so kind. And that was her saying I love you. Like, it is all those little moments, all those little things. It's even people just showing up for me and again saying yes, like someone just saying yes to my crazy ambitious ideas and going along the journey with me, particularly in this upcoming project that I have coming up, guys, which completely embodies everything that I've been talking about so far, which is love in the ordinary. And this project is essentially meant to capture love in everyday life. Not the commercialized version of love, though I love it. I love me a good rom-com. I love me a good yearning. Best believe I'm all over Bridgerton, guys. I love to yearn. I love me a man who yearns. I love that. But it's not the only kind of love that deserves to be highlighted. There is so much love that should be highlighted, appreciated, and just brought to the forefront so we are reminded as people how much love we have in our lives. And so that's what love in the ordinary is about. It's love in every single day moments. Love is cooking dinner together with someone. Love is going to someone's favorite concert with them. Love is just two people sitting in the room doing work and they're not talking at all, but the fact that they're simply with each other, your presence is enough, is love. Love is the shoulder that you cry on. Love is the laughter that you have and that you're laughing for so long that to the point where you forget what you were even laughing about. That is love. Love is how we live. It's how we live out life. Love is buying clothes for someone who isn't able to buy clothes for themselves. Love is sheltering someone who you've only known for a week. Like, love is so many of those things. And I really wanted to have a project that encapsulated that. Of course, I could have gone down the route of love is this man and this woman and them being head over heels for each other, and there is a space for that. But I wanted to create a space where we see love in all its forms, not in just one form. And I think it's really important to identify that. I think in this month, I've really just been reflecting on that and trying to really recognize all the ways that I'm loved by people. And this project, so many people who barely know me, like are just getting to know me, have said yes. And I'm like, what? Why? Like, not like what, but like what? I'm new to this, not true to this. And so them saying yes and them believing in this and wanting to work on this project with me, I'm so honored. They are saying they're honored. I am honored. I am so incredibly grateful. And that is just a testament. Like, I feel like it embodies exactly what this project is, which is about love, about collaboration, about coming together, about community and unity. And that is love. Love unionizes. It doesn't divide. Love brings peace where there is disruption. Love brings healing where there's harm. Love brings hope where there seems hopelessness. And it is such a rich, empowering thing. And if we are able to recognize all the areas that it is present within our lives, I think we will understand just how much more beautiful life is. I don't think I started really loving my life until I started realizing how loved I am by life. Yeah, like I don't think I started truly loving my life until I realized how much I am loved by life. Like, life loves me back. And the reason why I even say that, I know it sounds crazy, but like life loves you back. Well, how can life love you back? Because of the person who gave me life, which is Jesus. And he loves me so much that he literally gave me life. Like, the life giver gives me life every single day. And that is a testament. That is the embodiment of his love for me. It's a fraction of his love for me because, please, his love is endless. It's endless, because what kind of love allows you to give up your only begotten son for worthless, sinful people? You tell me. Like, nothing but his love. And so life loves me back. And until I got to that point where I understood, wow, there is so much love around me. How can I not love life back? How can I not? How can I not? How can I not want to then show up and pour that love right back out into the people around me, into my community, into my spaces? Like, I didn't need a boyfriend to start feeling loved. And I think some of us are waiting for that. I think some of us are waiting for a spouse, a significant other to start feeling love. Like, no, it's your best friend. No, it's your parent. No, it's your mentor. No, it's that teacher who inspires you and tells you to go into a career that ends up changing your life. Like, that is love. Stop waiting for love to happen to you when it's already been happening. It's already been happening. You just have to take a moment to sit down and recognize how it's been happening for you. And I'm so excited to partake in this project and see it come to life and just see the ways that I can remind that to people and like set it out forth even more, the precious gift of love. And yeah, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I think a long time in my life, because I was a Wattpad girl, guys, and I still am a Wattpad girl. I'm not gonna deny that. I love me some Wattpad. And now that these Wattpad movies are coming out on Tubi, guess who's watching them? Me. I'm watching them. Like, I'm a Wattpad girl. Like, I really do think Disney really set us up for fairy tale love and this whole concept of that. But I ate that up. I ate all of it up. I ate all of it up. My Prince Charming, I was all for it. And I think I so hyper fixated on that moment and those moments happening for me in my life to the point where one time, and it still baffles me how I did this. What, I don't know what was actually going on, because I developed a matchmaking service, guys, in my early college years. It was called Fortunate Matchmaking. And honestly, the name eats. I can't lie. The name eats. And it was all about, like, I don't know how I got away with this, guys. I don't know how I got away with having a matchmaking business, considering I have no experience. Like, it wasn't even like I was an expert. I wasn't. I wasn't an expert at all. I was actually a novice. Actually, someone who maybe you shouldn't have been trusting with to pair you up with someone who potentially could be the love of your life. Like, I was ready and coming for the next of Tinder and Hinge and Bumble. Like, I was fully ready to dominate this, and I fully had this matchmaking service. And because I had people fill out the forms, I had the questions, I had the Excel spreadsheets. I even tagged along one of my friends during the time to help me organize and set the people up, have sent out the email, set up the time. Like, guys, there was a full production, a service. Like, it was a business that I was operating here about helping people find love in the month of February. And I was so hyperfixated on this one form of love. And honestly, I think it was just me trying to overcompensate for the fact that I didn't realize how much love I already had in my life. Like, I think I was so fixated on the fact that I couldn't find that love for my life, because I only thought the only kind of love, or the only love of significance that mattered or truly embodied the three words I love you, was romantic love. And so I think I was trying to overcompensate with that, with this service, with this business of like, if I can have everyone else find it, then maybe that'll make me feel more fulfilled and feel like I have so much more love in my life. And that wasn't the case at all. And maybe those people too who sign up for this matchmaking service from someone who was not an expert at all. And I was thoroughly going through this, guys. Like, honestly, sometimes I am impressed with my schemes that let me not call it a scheme. Though I had a lot of schemes that I developed throughout my youth, as if I'm still not a youth, but in my younger years, I had a lot of schemes that I did, and the literal execution of them was actually really impressive. And I don't know how I got away with these things. I genuinely do think it was God's grace in my life, but it makes me wonder, maybe those people too thought that that, like, to sign up for something like this, you also have to been craving this level of love that you want in your life and feeling like there's this gaping hole and feeling like it isn't until you find that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that guy, that girl, whatever it may be, and that until that spot is filled. But like, no, that's not the case at all. And when I truly sat with how deeply I am first loved by God, I was able to really understand how deeply I'm loved by the people around me. And when I started deeply understanding that and loving myself, like, I'm a hoot and a holler. I'm a great time. I'm amazing. I love me. I stopped craving just one form of love. I feel like, just honestly, I feel like, why have one form of love? Why only fixate on one when you can have all shades, sizes? Like, what are we doing here? Why limit love when love is limitless? When you fixate on just one version of love, it's just so limitless, and you're limiting yourself from experiencing love in all these different ways within your life and identifying it, like platonic love, familial love, the love between strangers, the love between the that just comes from being two human beings and being able to relate in experiences with one another. Like, it is truly something that is magnificent. And if I'm just fixated on one version, I'm missing out on so many other ways that I can experience this gift. It's like a multi-use gift. You know when someone gives you like something and is multi-purpose? Love is multi-purpose. Oh, that's sweet. That is real sweet. Love is multi-purpose, but are we really identifying all its purposes? Are we living that out? Are we showing up for it? And I think when you start recognizing that, you are able to. And so I really do encourage you guys to do that. Look for all the ways that love is showing up in your life. And to name a few, you waking up, that text message that's asking you, hey, how are you? That text message of, oh, I was just thinking of you. That phone call from a friend you haven't spoken to in a long time. That family member who you're going to go and get lunch with later, or who's coming up to visit you. That coworker who decides to take every lunch break with you. I have a coworker, my preceptor, whenever we are working together, we'll try to take our breaks together. It's because when she was my preceptor, we were taking our breaks together. But I love when we get to take our break together now, even though she's not technically my preceptor anymore, because like, she shares her meals with me and she can cook, her food is good. But it's not just that, like, it's just this sense of like camaraderie that I have with her that makes me feel so safe and makes me feel like very like loved. And she is the one who's just like, I'm so proud of you and your growth, and let's have this meal together, let's eat together, how are you today? Like, those little things that just make my day so much better in my workplace. And just even the nurses on my unit checking in on me, they don't have to do that, like, but that's so kind, that's so thoughtful, that's love, that's love in action. So all those little things, don't just look for the words I love you or love you, but the actions. Look for how people are showing up. Look for how people are speaking life into you. People speaking life to you, I feel like, is one of the greatest forms of love. Look for the ways that people are sacrificing and compromising for you. Okay, I have a friend who I would love to be a part of my project, and she's willing to see if she can take work off just to come to be a part of this project. And I'm just like, you literally don't have to take work off. Like, please get your bag. But she's like, no, I really want to be a part of this project. And I think it's so exciting. I want to be there for you. Like, that is sacrifice. That is compromise. And that is love. She didn't say, I love you in that moment. It wasn't this declaration, but just her doing that made me be like, wow, I have so much love around me. People are so amazing. This is great. And so look for all those ways that it's showing up for you in your life, because it's there. Love is all around you, and I implore you and encourage you to not just focus on one way that love shows up in your lives, but all the ways it shows up in your life. Go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4-7. I mean, it is a list of what love is. God is love, but love is also patient. Love is kind. Love is selfless. Like, love forgives. Like, these are all the different ways that love shows up in life, not just in words, but in action. So I hope that through this conversation, you guys are reminded of how loved you are, how much love is showing up in your life, and that you are an extension of that love, and you are able to see just how beautiful love is and the gift of love in your life and how precious it is. And I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below all the ways that you are able to identify love in your life that isn't the words I love you, but through actions and through the people in your life. And it can be a significant other, but also your family, your friends, your dog, because animals love too. And they deserve to be honored for how they love us and show up for us and how they also support us. So leave it down in the comments below all the ways that you are able to recognize love all around you in your life. And if you haven't heard it already, if you don't see it already, I love you, and I do. I'm not just saying this to say this. I really love you guys. Thank you every single time that you show up and listen and hear my voice and stream and hit like and share. It means the world to me, and that is you loving me. I know you're not necessarily saying I love you on the other side of the screen, but you just doing those things, commenting, liking, sharing, it's like a giant warm hug and one giant I love you being professed to me. And so thank you so much. And it encourages me to show up all the more for you guys every single week and work so hard on what I'm putting out here. And I only want to do even more incredible work for you guys. And just, I hope that shows how much I love you and appreciate you being in this space. And so thank you for everything. I love you. And I will see you guys next week for another episode of Still Learning. Bye.